Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Bareerah's Faith Journal. I'm really glad you're here with me today. Last time, we sat together and talked about the jinn, beings we cannot see, but who are real. Today, we're going to talk about something else we cannot see, but it can still reach us. It's called the evil eye. I want you to think of this episode as something just for you. Just us talking about something many of us have felt but never really understood. Maybe you have heard this phrase before, maybe from your grandmother, maybe from a friend. Don't show off your new things, you will get the evil eye. But what is it really? Is it just an old saying, or is it something real, something the Quran and the Rasulullah actually spoke about? Let's find together. So what is evil eye? A scholar named Ibn al-Qayyim explained it in a way I have never forgotten. He said, imagine someone looks at you with jealousy in their heart. It's like they have thrown an arrow at you. Sometimes that arrow hits its target. Sometimes it misses completely. If you are protected, if you have something like armor around you, the arrow cannot touch you. But if you have no protection at all, it can strike you and it can hurt you. That armor. We'll come back to that, because by the end of today, I want all of us to walk away actually knowing how to protect ourselves. Now, you might be wondering, is this really in the Quran? Yes, it is. There's a story in the Quran about a prophet named Yaqub alayhi salam. He had many sons, and they were all very handsome. One day he told them something important. He said, "My sons, do not enter the city through one gate, enter through different gates instead." Why did he say this? Because his sons were very handsome and people would notice them. He was scared that someone somewhere might look at them with jealousy. This is one proof from the Quran that the evil eye is real. There's another verse too. Allah tells Rasulullah that the people who disbelieved were so angry, so full of hatred, that their eyes were almost making him slip, just from how hard they were staring at him out of hate. And then there's a whole surah in the Quran that we say almost every single day, Surah Al-Falaq. In it we ask Allah to protect us from the evil of the envier. When he envies, that's the evil eye, right there in a surah we recite daily. Maybe one you already recite without even realizing what it's protecting you from. So now we know this isn't just something our grandmothers made up. It's in the Quran itself. It's also in the Hadith, the sayings of Rasulullah. He said very simply, the evil eye is true. His wife Aisha radiallahu anha said that Rasulullah used to tell her to seek refuge in Allah from the evil eye, because in his words, it is true. And in another hadith, Rasulullah said something quite serious. He said the evil eye can even cause a man to fall off a mountain. So this is not a small thing. It's something real, something we should take seriously, and something we are never left helpless against. Now quickly, before we go further, there's something connected to the evil eye that's worth knowing. It's called jealousy. Rasulullah warned us that jealousy is dangerous. He said it eats away at our good deeds, just like fire eats up wood. So underneath every evil eye, there is usually a jealous heart, just something to sit with for a moment. Let's talk about where the evil eye can come from. Scholars tells us there are two types. One comes from people, from other human beings. The other comes from the jinn, the beings we talked about last episode. Yes, even the jinn can give the evil eye. So when we ask Allah for protection from the evil eye, we actually are asking for protection from both human eyes and unseen ones too. Here's something that might surprise all of us. The evil eye doesn't even need someone to actually see you. Scholars explain that even a blind person can give the evil eye. If someone simply describes something to them in detail, with excitement, with envy in their heart, the harm doesn't come only through the eyes, it comes through the heart. I want to share two real stories with you. Not stories from long ago, stories that really happened, witnessed by trustworthy people. The first one is about a man. He was known, sadly, for having a strong evil eye. One day he looked at his friend's farm. There were 95 chickens on it. He admired them out loud, just looking at how many there were. The very next day, every single one of those chickens died. The second story is just as striking. A man had a beautiful sitting room, peaceful, decorated with care. One evening, just before sunset, a guest came to visit. They brought coffee, dates, tea, fruits. The guest sat there, looking around the room, slowly admiring the furniture, the decorations, everything in it. Before he left, he said, "You are a fortunate man. You have gathered so much wealth." Soon after that visit, the family lost a great deal of what they had. Stories like this are not meant to scare us. They're meant to teach us something important, that admiring something out loud without remembering Allah can carry real consequences. So now the question is, how do we protect ourselves? How do we protect the people and things we love? The good news is, Islam already gave us the answer centuries ago. Whenever you see something beautiful, someone's new home, someone's baby, someone's success, don't just admire it silently. Say a small dua out loud. Something like Tabarakallah, meaning blessed is Allah, the best of creators. And ask Allah to bless what you're looking at. This single habit can protect the thing you're admiring from harm. And it protects you too from becoming the one who accidentally gives the evil eye. And now I want to share something with you that I find deeply moving. A real story about a woman. Just like you or me. She once went to a government office for some ordinary matter. While she was there, someone stared at her in a way that left her shuddered with terror. She finished her business quickly and left. When she got home, she felt completely drained, physically and mentally exhausted, though nothing had actually happened to her. Worried, she went for a medical checkup. The doctor told her she was completely fine, nothing wrong at all, but still she felt it, that something was off, something beyond what doctors could explain. She mentioned this to her sister-in-law, a pious woman who practiced Quranic Ruqyah, which simply means healing through reciting the Quran. Her sister-in-law told her gently, "I think you have come under the influence of the evil eye." And then she began reciting the Quran over her. As she recited, the woman said she started to feel better by the time the Ruqyah was complete. She felt as healthy as she had ever been, as if nothing had ever happened to her at all. The story reminds me of something that happened during the time of Rasulullah himself. A companion named Sa'al bin Hunayf was taking a bath. Another companion, Amir bin Rabi'ah, walked past and looked at him intently. He said, "I have never seen such a fine-looking and beautiful body before." The moment those words left his mouth, Sahal collapsed to the ground. When Rasulullah was told what happened and that Amir was the one who had spoken those words, he became upset and said something I think about often. Why would any one of you kill his brother? If any one of you sees a quality in your brother, you should invoke blessings for him. Then Rasulullah told Amir to perform wudu and to gather that water in a pot. The water was gently poured over Sal, and he recovered immediately right there. I love the story because it shows us something so important. Allah never leaves us without a way back. Even when the evil eye has already struck, there is always a path to healing. We are never stuck. We are never without hope. So if you ever feel this way, drained, uneasy, unable to explain why, please remember the story. Remember that Ruqyah exists. Remember that this sister-in-law, just an ordinary woman with sincere faith, was able to bring healing through nothing but the words of the Quran. One more thing before we close. If you ever find out that someone has given you the evil eye, Rasulullah showed us this exact method. The person who gave the evil eye performs wudu, and that water is poured gently over the one affected. And beyond that, simple patience. Not reacting with anger, not seeking revenge, but trusting that Allah is the one who allows anything to happen at all. As the Quran reminds us, nothing can harm us except by Allah's permission. As we close today, I want you to remember this just for yourself. The evil eye is real. It's mentioned in the Quran, it's mentioned by Rasulullah. And you and I are never left helpless against it. Allah has given us simple, powerful ways to protect ourselves, words to say, du'as to recite, habits to build, one day at a time. Let's make this small dua together right now, wherever you are. Allah protect us, our families, and everyone listening to this from the evil of every envious eye, seen or unseen, human or jinn. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Follow for more forgotten Islamic stories. All informations are derived from Darussalam publications, including Tafsir Ibn Qadir. Until next time, Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.